So, Kata, I wanted to start with you on this. When you were writing, did you envision the birth scene taking place in a oneer? And if not, what did that shooting style bring out of your writing that maybe you didn't even expect?
Okay, good question. I wanted to be for sure as detailed as possible. I wasn't expected this to be a runner, but I was sure it needs space and time, because I wrote around 20, 30 pages. I wanted to, bring all the emotions that are possible during the birth. Why? Because I didn't want to just, depict tragedy and the loss, but I also wanted to establish the love that, Marta feels towards the baby, and also the presence of the baby, which then takes us, through the whole inner journey of Marta. So I think this perspective that the spirit is there all the time was really important for me. And then when Kornél and Ben was talking about how to put it on camera, I felt like this aspect that we were talking is right there with the runner and also with the gimbal later on.
Yeah.
Kornél, I wanted to know about specifically choosing the moment to start that oneer and the moment to end it. Did you always know that it had to begin with her water breaking and it had to end with the ambulance?
Yes. It is. I mean, what was even there is not the water breaking, but the most first phantom pain is coming. That was the moment when I would like to start, and ended up on the ambulance also because we don't want to show exactly what's happening. When our exit is from the scene somehow, when we saw the last time the baby, she's good and we have this infinite love, so we have to stay with it. And that's why I find it that we have the ambulance car, we have this big noise, and but we don't know what's happening. So the suspense is staying into the movie, and the tension that what's going on. So when that next shot, when she's just walking back to work, you're not sure, I mean, it's, how, what was it? So you slowly discover that she lost the baby.
I've got one more oneer question for you, because that sequence is just so incredible. How do you figure out exactly where to put that on your shooting schedule? Is there any fear that starting with that could be too much, or do you need to start with that so it informs their performances throughout the shoot?
I desperately wanted to shoot as first thing. I really felt there is no way to continue the movie without this experience, and you cannot play somehow without that tough, raw, physical variety of emotions what you have to feel there. So I felt that it has to happen in the first day. So, and at the end, I mean, it was tough, but in a way it was like our ABC, it was like, okay, this movie wants to be like that. This movie wants to target that quality of acting. That movie wants to target this kind of team behind. So that was very important and very miraculous.
Seems like a challenge, but one that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Another element I love about your shooting style is your coverage choices. In particular, the heated conversation between Ellen and Vanessa at the family get-together. For a scene like that, when you're shooting, do you know exactly who you want the camera to be on when, or does that happen in the edit for you?
No, I mean, it was decided. And also there is like the psychological reason how we shoot that scene. It was like, okay, when is the storm coming? Okay. So we really would like to expend time before about the nothing, and we just following Vanessa, and we are with her, and also a little bit the reaction from the family, and everybody is watching her almost like a thriller. And then, a samurai coming, and that's Ellen bursting and started to talk to her finally, let's say that. And that's what you are expected since long in the movie, when it became like something real for a moment. And then I decided to stay on Ellen's face longly, like, I don't know, it's a 2.5 minute shot for the monologue, but it's just like, wow, talking close up, which is highly important, because a human face, you never be as close to a human being as you can be with your camera. And I think this is also power of movies, as much as a oneer or you know, like a wide shot on a mountain. It's everything there.
What was it like when you found out that Martin Scorsese was going to get involved? Because I believe that happened later on in the process, right?
Yes, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I was very, very happy. And when, you know, I mean, his movie changed my life in a way. You know, you can't be the same person after to watching a Scorsese movie. So I felt the same with Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore and The Taxi Driver and all those things. So when he called me and I was like, oh my goodness, it's happening with me. But at the same time, he thought something very clever, that, you know, Kornél, this is more an experience than a film. And I was like, exactly, that's what I want to do. That was like so important for me, to create this whole inner journey as an experience from a woman who triumphed her own grief and became a stronger person. That was in me, and he's really worded the best way. So I'm very, very happy, and I can't be more proud that he's part of our team.
You feel exactly what you just explained when you watch the movie. So thank you guys so much for sharing the story. I loved it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.